All right, of course, this afternoon, much of the show was taken over by the news of the passing of Minister in the Presidency, Mr. Jackson Mthembu. We have been getting reaction from different political parties, his own colleagues, and we continue to do so this afternoon. We are joined on the line by Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Motsoaledi. Minister, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. I've been talking to many of your colleagues this afternoon. I had Minister Naledi Pandor talking shortly and really very touched and emotional about the sad passing of Jackson Mthembu. What is your reaction this afternoon? And of course, condolences to you, as no doubt you're also expressing the same sadness.
It's a real bad afternoon, Flo. The death of Minister Mthembu is very devastating to some of us. The pain is cutting very deep into the flesh of the movement and the government as a whole. We are really numb. Minister Mthembu is one of those human beings who you could stand up in a straight face and claim is unreplaceable.
Yeah. You know, as a former Minister of Health, Dr. Motsoaledi, you must have quite an opinion on COVID-19, the coronavirus, and the fact now that it's taken someone so close to you that you've worked so closely with over the years. I mean, when you get this news that your colleague, your friend, has passed away from this dreadful virus, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Well, look, Flo, death of one person is one death too many.
Yeah.
It's always painful. But when it hits home, very, very closer to you, it becomes so real. You can't believe it. And I'm not saying the other deaths were not real, but, when it's very ironic, as Minister Dlamini Zuma had earlier on, I heard him saying it's very ironic that Minister Mthembu was the person who was shepherding us to announce to the public the decision of the national coronavirus about, the decision of the National Coronavirus Council about what decisions were made. He used to convey us to the public through GCIS. He will call us ministers to explain our positions one by one and our decisions and all that. And during those meetings, he will remind us about sanitizing. He will make sure that the people who are working with him there sanitize.
Yeah. And
the mics and all that. That's why he said it was very ironic. It becomes so real and painful when it hits so closer to home,
Yeah. A lot of people have expressed on the show, how they'll remember Minister Mthembu, and a lot of them are really saying similar things. Interestingly, even from his political opponents, Mr. Steenhuisen said he considers him more an adversary than a political enemy or foe. And a lot of people saying that this is someone who was very hardworking. This is someone who, was always respectful and always very friendly. What are your fond memories? I suppose you have many over the years, having worked, in the same for the same political party, really, and in the same cabinet. What are some of the highlights, I suppose, and some of the memories that you certainly want to share of how you'll remember Mr. Mthembu?
Well, look, Minister Mthembu was very upright and extremely principled. He's one person who never shy away from taking a particular stand. I was very close to him. We never used to call each other by our names.
Yeah.
He used to say Mnganwam, and I would just say Mnganwam.
Oh.
But I also loved calling him with his claim name of Velase, Then he asked me about my claim name. I said Mugoni. So he would just say Mugoni or Mnganwam, and I would say Velase or Mnganwam. But being so close does not mean if Minister Jackson Mthembu wants to differ with you, he's going to shy away from that.
Yeah.
Even in meetings, and you start asking yourself, is this guy still my friend? Why is he taking such an opposite view to what I'm taking? But that's Minister Mthembu. If he believes a particular position is correct, he'll take it. He will take it face on, and he won't care who says what. I'm sure you knew about that when he was still a chief whip. I got used to him before he became minister, because the MEC for Transport in Limpopo.
Yeah.
We used to meet many a time to discuss the problem in the taxi industry, because our taxis were sharing borders and they were giving us similar problems. And once you take a principled, clear position, you won't shy away from it.
Yeah, I mean, you're very clear, Minister, that this is someone who was your friend, a close friend. And one of the things I raised with Minister Naledi Pandor was that this must be what's going to make this situation even more difficult, is that you're not able really to comfort each other, to comfort his family, to be with each other physically. And I wonder how that affects you at this time as you actually think about that.
Well, so it weakens us. Remember, Minister Mthembu had one tragedy after the other.
Yeah.
It's not a long time ago that we're in Witbank to then you remember how the daughter died.
Yes.
In Cape Town, and your son him. It was really devastating.
Yeah.
Now it is him. How do you face a family that has gone through that type of experience and start consoling them when you yourself are also crying? So it's a very difficult and complex situation for us.
Yeah. Minister, again, my condolences, our condolences here at SABC, and in your sadness, still managing to speak to us. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
All right. That's Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi.